Now see student, here we have to see the vapor pressure. Vapor pressure of a solution. Here we have a two concept. Okay. So first we are going to be see that if solute is volatile, then what happens? Let's compare with the solution and the pure solvent. So if here I take, suppose for pure solvent, I have this closed vessel, pure solvent, I just maybe put inside it like this. With this pure solvent, we just getting, just for example, this part is just for understanding, okay? So with this pure solvent, we just getting 10 vapors. We just getting 10 vapors which apply the force. 10 vapors which apply pressure, not a force. Pressure on container. Got it? 10 vapors due to the pure solvent which apply the pressure. Now, in this solvent, we add volatile. Suppose we are going to be take at here 100 ml of pure solvent. So 100 ml gives 10 vapors. So here, if we add volatile solute in this solvent, so if we are going to be take the 20 ml and then this is 80 ml, so total become 100 ml. So again check it out. See, this is pure solvent and this is solution containing volatile solute. So here, due to the 80 ml, we getting 8 vapors, but this 20 ml of volatile solute is 100% convert into the vapors, so it is the 20. So total 28 vapors apply pressure. Just consider, here 10 vapors apply the pressure, here 28 vapors apply the pressure when we have a volatile solute. So in this case we are going to be say that, again I revise, for a pure solvent, if we are going to be take the 100 ml, then just for example we getting 100 vapors which apply the pressure on the wall. If we add the volatile solute in this pure solvent, then this is 20 ml, this is 80 ml, so total 100 ml. Here this 8 vapors due to this 80 ml of pure solvent and this 20 ml volatile solute 100% convert into the vapors. So total we getting 28 vapors. So this 28 vapors apply more pressure on the wall than pure solvent. So we can say that here our statement is going to be vapor pressure due to solution containing volatile solute is greater than vapor pressure of pure solvent. Because vapor pressure due to the solution is roughly 28 and vapor pressure due to this it's 10. So definitely 28 vapors apply more pressure than this 10. So this is a very basic concept regarding the vapor pressure containing volatile solution. Sorry, solute. Solution containing volatile solute. Got it? Very similar to this, we have to see its another part. This is when non-volatile solute form solution. Non-volatile in the sense they are unable to convert into the vapors at a particular temperature. Again, consider pure solvent. We are going to be taking 100 ml. Just for example, here 100 ml pure solvent like this gives me 10 vapors, correct? As already we seen earlier. Now, here non-volatile solute plus solvent. So just for example, it's a 20 ml, this is 80 ml. So total we are getting 100 ml. This is our pure solvent. Here this is solution containing non-volatile solute. So here this 20 plus 80, so this 80 gives 8 vapors. But this 20 gives 0 vapor because it is non-volatile in nature. So total vapor pressure or due to 8 vapors. And here total vapor pressure due to the 10 vapor. So see, in this case, situation is going to be reverse. So in case of the non-volatile solute containing solution, here solution have a less vapor while pure solvent have a higher vapor. While we seen in the volatile containing solution have a higher vapor pressure than pure solvent. And here situation is reverse. So we can write vapor pressure of non-volatile solute containing solution is less than pure solvent. While in earlier case, vapor pressure of volatile solute containing solution greater than pure solvent. So this is the situation and the effect of the vapor pressure in case of volatile solute and the non-volatile solute. Thank you.